Hello, I am CharLee Simons, your host here on Do Not Talk, talking about two things you're never supposed to talk about, politics and religion. One decides what life is going to be like here on earth. The other one decides what it's going to be like when we leave it. Makes it very important. I'm at charleesimons.com. You want to help this ministry grow? You can do that. Start there. And there's ways you can give financially. You can even contribute to help this show grow. At charleesimons.com, CharlieSimons.com. Please go there and check it out. Whether you're following on Facebook right now or on YouTube or at rumble.com/do not talk, you can also help tremendously by just liking this. Hit the like button, breaks down the algorithms. Hit that like button right now, please. And sharing it. Share these shows, and it all helps. It all helps. John Stossel is one of my heroes in the media business and in broadcasting, which I've done all my life. John Stossel is, his bio is quite incredible. An American television presenter, author, consumer, journalist, political activist, and pundit. He was a host on ABC News, Fox Business Network, and Reason TV. He's won 19 Emmys and has authored several bestsellers. And his style is fantastic. He does like a documentary kind of style is his thing. On his own Facebook page, he writes, after 40 plus years of reporting, I now understand the importance of limited government. John Stossel is a very exemplary professional. And he just recently released this story that he put together about June and Pride Month. And I want to share it with you. It's very powerful. Just in case you haven't seen it, watch this. Here we go.
I am a lesbian, a dyke,
non-binary or genderqueer.
Why does a rideshare company produce videos with people saying they are
out and proud?
For the same reason a defense contractor funds this float. They know doing these things will help get your company a perfect score on something called the Corporate Equality Index.
This year, the CEI rated 1,142 companies with an incredible 767 scoring top marks.
We celebrate Hyatt's selection for the 10th consecutive year by the Human Rights Campaign.
The Human Rights Campaign is headed by Kelly Robinson, who's been good at convincing companies that their customers want them to support the HRC.
Consumers are 2 times more likely to want to buy from brands that support the community.
Supporting the community is a good thing. I certainly support human rights. But Robbie Starbuck says
They have nothing to do with actual human rights. They're an LGBTQ plus advocacy organization that pushes topics about transgenderism into the workplace, and they support sex changes for kids.
Starbuck uses his big social media following to criticize companies that partner with the Human Rights Campaign.
When you see a company gets 100% from the HRC, it does great harm.
Harm, he says, because your health plan must cover trans surgery.
Yes.
I know people who've had the surgery and they seem happier.
If you're an adult and you make a set of decisions I disagree with, that's your prerogative. But I don't want to give my money to a company that is going to turn around and use it to fund any sex changes of any child, period.
The HRC does require awarded companies to pay for puberty blockers for teens. Now, we can debate the age at which you're considered competent to medically change your gender, but I had no idea that so many companies pay for it. Google even provides a concierge to help people transition.
Google's bringing on a dedicated trans liaison to help interpret these benefits.
Now, you will watch a video about gender.
To further raise their Human Rights Campaign scores, companies show employees videos like this to educate them about gender identity.
It's a girl! Well, actually, it's more complicated than that.
Companies are also supposed to sponsor LGBT events, produce LGBT products, and donate to LGBT groups like The Human Rights Campaign. That helps them collect their millions of dollars.
You got to make it very well known to the world that you are all in on this.
Even part of your Amtrak tax subsidy now goes to pay for this stuff,
including education on personal pronouns.
So all these companies suck up to the HRC. Yet the more I looked at the campaign, the less it seems to be about human rights and more about left-wing advocacy. It's not just LGBT. On their homepage, you see protesters holding signs saying, "I will aid and abet abortion." So it's a question of what do they mean by human rights?
Yeah. Which humans, which rights? Apparently, if you're a small enough human, you don't have rights, and they'll actually support killing you.
When I think about the work of the Corporate Equality Index, it is about trust and it's about partnership with businesses to make workplaces as inclusive as possible for LGBTQ plus people.
Today, most businesses are inclusive. LGBT people are more accepted than ever. Just 20 years ago, most Americans opposed gay marriage, and most said gay relationships were morally unacceptable. Today, most Americans accept gay marriage and say gay relationships are moral. Yet recently, the HRC declared
a national state of emergency for LGBTQ plus people.
This is a crisis right now.
I think I know why she says that. If activists acknowledge that Americans now largely accept LGBT people, the HRC might go out of business.
One of the aspects of the CEI is that we are never going to reach a destination.
Of course, now America's politics have changed.
Donald Trump wants to erase us.
At the Democratic National Convention,
We are not going back.
HRC's boss got lots of applause, but her corporate support has begun to shrink. Partly because of Robbie Starbuck's posts.
This is not appropriate for kids, but Toyota sponsored an event where guys like this walked around.
He's persuaded many companies to stop trying to please the Human Rights Campaign.
We came along and told people the story, and the backtracking began.
Major U.S. companies, Lowe's, Tractor Supply Now, and others will stop submitting data to LGBTQ plus advocacy group, the Human Rights Campaign.
Now, businesses can join whatever list they want, but they ought to do what's good for their business.
At the end of the day, that's all people want, is for businesses to do their business, not to virtue signal to us or to perpetuate a political ideology.
We invited Human Rights Campaign's boss to rebut arguments Starbucks makes in this video. She didn't respond, but Ms. Robinson, my offer still stands. Please come here. I'll give you time to argue your points.
The bottom line is June has been designated Pride Month, but designated by whom? By what? It's never been official. Presidents have declared it. Biden, of course, did. Obama, of course, did. But it's never gone through the process of making it an official day, like Veterans Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It has never gone through the process. There is no official government recognized and sanctioned Pride Month. It is an invention of these people. The media has run with it as if it's actually gospel, as if it's actually true. And people believe it. And people complain. Well, how come a sexual lifestyle gets an entire month to celebrate? Who decided that? Well, they did. This started a long time ago. They proclaimed it. They named it and proclaimed it. They built it and people came. The whole month is based on sexual sin. The whole month is celebrating a sexual lifestyle. That's all it is. That's why they changed the verbiage. They no longer call themselves gays or excuse me, homosexuals. They're gay. And if you're a female, you're a lesbian. What the heck's a lesbian? What are you, from the Isle of Lesbo? What is that? Why is there a differentiation? You're homosexual. If you're bisexual, well, you have sexual relations with someone of the same sex as you, but you're going to call yourself bi. It's okay because I switch hit. I go wherever I can get my rocks off easiest. Don't, if you're doing a homosexual thing, it's a lifestyle. It's a choice. And that makes people scream when I say stuff like that it's a choice. But everything's a choice. You can decide to follow through with what you say you were born with, your desire to be with somebody of the same sex. I don't believe there is such a thing. I think it's a learned behavior. And if it's celebrated, people love being, they would far more be part of a crowd than actually be right. You want to make right choices? You don't go against God like that. You don't go against God's plan, God's gift to us, men and women, coming together, procreating under the protection, under the blessing of the Lord, the Creator, through marriage. I would not celebrate any day that was celebrating a sexual lifestyle. There's not going to be in my house a celebration of adultery or of bestiality, and certainly not of anything having to do with sex with children. It's a month celebrating a sexual lifestyle, and it is promoted by the devil himself. And the people who are pushing this are doing the devil's work just as quickly as possible, for his time is short. Look at what John Stossel showed about the people's perceptions. And that was the whole idea. Make it normal, make it acceptable, make it seem like, oh, just another lifestyle choice. Well, which is it? Is it a choice, or are you bound by it because you were born that way? Everyone can make a choice on whether they act on that or not. Depends on what's most important to you. And if God is not important to you and making the Lord happy, you're going to serve yourself. You're going to be your own God, aren't you? You're going to do what you want when you want. And it's all okay because I like it. I want that. And I'm going to force you to accept it. But some of us don't, and some of us won't, and some of us never will. And those are the ones, please, if you're of that mindset, don't give up. Don't quit. Don't stop. Don't go, oh, well, what can I do about it? You know what you can do about it? You can step out. You can speak out. When I post things like this, I guarantee you when I post this on my Facebook page, first of all, it might be deleted. It might be taken down because I'm going against community standards. Whose standards? Which community? But so what? So what? So I get targeted by the left for actually daring to speak out on such atrocities? Great. Bring it on. But I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to shut up. And when I post this, watch the comments, watch the reactions, watch how many likes there are, or dislikes, or angry face, or sad face, or whatever. It will be almost non-existent. People are scared. People are afraid to actually speak out, which is how they win. Read Romans chapter 1. You want an explanation of sexual lifestyle and what the creator of the universe spells out for us? Romans chapter 1. And every time you hear somebody from the LGBTQ plus whatever you decide you want to call yourself, and because it doesn't matter, I'm not going to call you that. Whatever they say about the Bible, when they say, well, Jesus never talked about that. Well, the Bible in the New Testament doesn't talk about homosexuality. The hell it doesn't. Read Romans chapter 1. Doesn't take you long. 5 minutes. That's my suggestion to you. And I hope you will absolutely be emboldened. Courageousness is contagious. Courageous is contagious. Don't stop talking about it, especially in your church. If your pastor isn't talking about this and about how wrong it is, this celebration of Pride Month, I think it's time for you to find a new church, or ask your pastor, how come you're not talking about this? How come you're not setting an example? How come you're not blazing that trail? Ask them. Thank you for this time. I like President Trump's idea of making June officially Veterans Month. I like that idea a lot. I hope he follows through, because there is no official proclamation of this being Pride Month for the homosexual community. And all these corporations that have gone on board and jumped on board like that, now we know why. Now we know what kind of pressure they've been getting. Don't give your money to those businesses who promote this. Just don't. And ask for the manager and tell the manager why. I'm no longer going to shop here because of that. We've got to speak out that way. We got to be bold in Christ Jesus. May God bless you and keep you. May God bless America. But most importantly, America bless God.